Hello everybody, I'm Slendyguy, and welcome to Creepypasta Reading with yours truly, the Slendyguy. Today we have Jvk1166z.esp. Some people might recall some momentary buzz caused a couple of years ago, a particularly odd Morrowind mod. The file name was Jvk1166z.esp. It was never posted in any of the larger Elder Scrolls communities, usually just smaller boards and role-playing groups. I know in a few cases, rather than being posted, it was sent via private message or email to a chosen few. It was only up for a few days, to the best of my knowledge. It caused a buzz because it was a virus, or seemed to be. If you tried to load the game with the mod active, it would hang at the initial load screen for a full hour and then crash to the desktop. Sorry. If you let it get that far, your install of Morrowind, along with any save files you had, would become completely corrupted. Nobody could figure out what the mod was trying to do, since it couldn't be opened in the construction set. Eventually, warnings were distributed not to use it if you found it, and things are done. About a year later, in a mod board I used to frequent, someone popped up with the mod again. He said he was private messaged by a local who did. Gosh, I'm not good read for this. Who deleted his account immediately after sending. He also said that the person invited him to try playing the mod through DOSBox. For some reason, this worked. Sort of. The game was a bit laggy, and you couldn't get into options, load game, the console, or anything else, other than the game itself. And the quick save and quick load buttons worked, but that was it. And the quick save file seemed to be just part of the game file, so you couldn't get at it anymore. Yeah. Good. Some speculated that the changed game used an older graphics renderer, making DOSBox necessary, but it didn't look any different. This part I can speak about from personal experience. When you start a new game in Jvk, as the board came to call it, once you left the starting bit in the census office and came into the game proper, the first thing you notice is that the prophecy has been severed box pops up. This is because every single NPC having to do with the main quest is dead. The sole exception of Jvk1166z, the last of the drummer. The corpses never despawn, so you could go check on all of them. In effect, you begin in a world that is doomed to start with. Yeah. The second thing you notice is that you're losing health. It's only a bit, but it keeps happening. A little bit at a time. Long as you God. I'm sorry. The longer you stay in one place, the quicker it seems to occur. If you let this health loss kill you, you'll find the cause. A figure we came to call the Assassin. Because he seems to wear a retextured version of the Dark Brotherhood armor from Tribunal, even though the expansions don't work in Jvk. It's all black, completely untextured, like he's just a hole in space. The way he moves, he gave me quite a start. The first time I saw him scuttling around my dead body. He crawls inhumanly on his hands. He crawls inhumanly on his hands and feet, his arms and legs splayed out like a spider. You usually only see him after death, crawling around in over your body just before the reload box popped up. Occasionally, you could catch a glimpse of him darting around the corner, or crawling on the wall, or ceiling. It made the game very difficult to play at night. Other than that, the only noticeable difference is that at night, at random intervals, every NPC in the game would go outside for a few minutes. During this time, the only thing they would say when held is watch the sky. Once they return to their normal behavior, they act like normal though. Here we go. If it'll load.
Macaroni and cheese turned to mush again.
And that'd be my mom's voice.
Everything's fine. Sorry, dude.
It's fine. Yeah. Okay. I don't see anything instead. Wait. No, that's just the part of the building. I think. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't played more one. I keep meaning to though. Anyway. God. I'm not tired, but I could not stop yawning. Okay. After a while, a player on the board discovered a new NPC called named TLS, a male Dunmore in the temple at Ghostgate. Two things that are notable about this NPC. First is his robe, a unique article of clothing that was lovingly bundled with twinkling stars across it. Sounds amazing. Looking like a torn-off chunk of the night sky. Is that why the NPCs say, watch the sky? I don't know. The second is that all of his dialogue, in addition to showing up in a dialogue box, is voiced. Wait, what? I've different played more than myself, but I've heard that aren't like voices. Interesting. You can skip it if you wish, but it all sounds like it's in the default male Dunmore voice. Oh, okay, no man. Some people said that they. Okay, sorry. Some people said that they thought that. Excuse my stuttering. Some people said that they thought the voice was slightly different, but it was a very, very good imitation. I won't go into the details, but the quest run he sends you on has to do with a dungeon referred to simply as the Citadel. Up until this point, the quests were all of a fairly generic discover the secrets of the ancients bent. The entrance to this dungeon is on a small island far to the west of Morrowind proper. I eventually discovered that if you use the score of accurate flight at the westernmost point on a main landmass and jump directly west, you would end up almost exactly at the island. Okay. Interesting. Even though the dungeon is called the Citadel, it goes straight down. It dwarfs any other dungeon, both in size and difficulty. From a natural cave area, you'll proceed down into an ancestral tomb-looking area, then a Daedric ruin area, and then a Dormer ruin area. I ran down to the Dormer ruins before I quit. The creatures here were strong enough that every 20 character would have to take care. Since you can't use the constant Jvk, level 20 took a while to get to. Since quick save and quick load are your only options, it's all too easy to get yourself into an impossible situation too. I did. I just didn't have the energy to start over. I wouldn't either. Now what I'm telling you is based on what those few who went further reported. Past the Dormer ruins, you'd find yourself in a level like the Dormer ruins, but darker. Rather than the usual bronze, all the surfaces, including those of the creatures, are black. Sounds of machinery are loud here, and grow louder still. Randomly, there's also steam or fog everywhere, limiting your vision to about 10 in-game feet or so. If you can make through all this, you'll reach a hall that those who found it called the port room. Okay, I'm going to stop here for now. I'll see you in the next part.